if you got into the place where, okay, I'm trading Forex, I bought the material, I'm studying, I joined a team, I am on the live trading calls, but it's not working. It's like, I got signals, they're saying it's smack TP and I'm not making any money. Or your friends, your mentors, just everyone around you is making money, but you're not. Or everyone around you is losing money, and so are you. But you still believe that you can do it. This is the video for you because you're not alone. And it's not going to stay that way if you follow these things that I'm going to show you in this video. So this first one is you've got to stick to that one strategy. Whatever it is, stick to it. I've been there. It's like you see all these people, like on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, right? And it's like, well, if I want to make money like them, then I got to trade like them. And the reality is no. When I first started trading, I didn't really understand was that even within that strategy, you still have to make it your own. And there's no trader that trades the same. And so after you accept that principle, you got to fine tune it. And you can't fine tune something if you don't stay with it long enough. So whatever that strategy is, use it. Backtest it, and don't trade on a live account until you got the reps. Like on the biggest, I would say benefit on trading like Forex versus stocks is that with Forex you can trade on a demo account. So you have all the reps all the time in the world. And so stay on that one strategy. Like trust me, stick to that one strategy. And when that light bulb goes off, no one can take that away from you because it's yours. It's what you do. A lot of times, as Forex traders, especially us rookies, because I still think I'm a rookie because I feel like if you haven't been trading for, 5 years yet, you probably are still learning. But ultimately, a strategy works. You probably aren't being consistent. So stay on the same strategy and be consistent and see how fast you start making money. All right, so this next one is about risk management. And it's so important, but it's so boring. And so oftentimes it's the most under talked about. And it's important because it's like you can make all the money you want, but if you can't manage it, you're going to lose it. So, and my philosophy is if the money doesn't hit your bank account, it's not real. If the money does not hit your bank account, it's not real. One more time. If the money does not hit your bank account, it's not real. So it's not a real flex if you can make $5K today. You post it on Instagram and then you risk $4,900 and then you lose it. So then you post that picture at what? At noon. Everybody's like, yo, that's what's up. And then by 4 o'clock, you only have $100 left in your trading account. So you just made the money as a hobby because it never hit your account, right? So it's like risk management is like getting to the place where I'm only going to risk this amount every trade, right? And from there, no matter how sexy that setup looks, I'm not going to risk more than, I would say, 1 to 3% for every trade. And honestly, I've now learned that I start getting greedy after that 1 to 2%. So I don't trade and risk more than 1%. Honestly, when it comes to risk management, a Forex trader can preach this until they are blue in the face. You have to know yourself, your personality, and what you're honestly willing to risk. And you have to get to the place where Forex is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And so if you're having that right mindset, then you are trying to compound. If you're just trying to compound and not reach this certain, monetary goal, then the reality is you really only need to be risking 1 to 3%, per trade because your long-term play is there. But you got to run it, and you can't try to outrun the system. So yes, risk management is key. All right, so we've got strategy, we've got risk management, and this next one is weak psychology. Like, you got to get to the place where just stop being so attached to your trades. It's easier said than done. It took me probably that full first year and a half. Honestly, I would say I'm still growing in my trading psychology, and it's because, it's just so easy that, after you start seeing yourself making money, and you got the commas going, it's like, well then, if I can make $10,000, then I can make more. Healthy psychology would say, each time I'm thinking about, I'm getting into a trade, how much am I going to lose in that trade? If you start, all traders, I don't care if you're, a newbie, or you've been in there for a minute. if you get to the place where you're like, first you start thinking about how much am I risking and how much am I gonna lose if this trade goes south, your chances of over leveraging drastically decreases. Because I mean, like, let's be honest, who wants to lose money, especially unnecessarily? Like, you gotta get to that place where I'm in this for the long run, so I'm not trying to flex and then lose everything. Trading psychology is crucial, it's important, and you gotta get to that place where you're not attached to your trades. Trading Forex is not what's gonna pay my bills mentality. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose money. And you start trading with those standard lot sizes in order to make that in your first week of the month. You're over leveraging. At that point, are you trading or are you gambling? Like, are you trading or are you gambling? And you can be able to answer that question based on how much you risk each trade, right? You gotta get to that place where you're not gambling. And you can only answer if you're not gambling based on the fact of, like, am I risking more than 1 to 3%? Am I so confident that at this point I'm overconfident? And so, you know, I'm trading 60 and 80% of my account in order to what? Double it? What if you don't, though? What if your overconfidence in a trade is what's holding you back from being successful in Forex? What if your pride, your arrogance, your greed, you're just over trading, or your over anxiousness is what's holding you back from being a consistently profitable trader? Trading psychology is actually what helps keep a Forex trader grounded. I've gotten to the place where, listen, if I'm not feeling well, I'm not trading. My mind's not focused. I'm not patient because I'm not feeling well. I'm getting in trades too soon. I'm exiting too soon. I'm at that place where it's like, I'm not making decisions from the healthiest mental space, so I'm not going to trade. And so you have to get to that place where you're honest with yourself and you're assessing the fact of, should I be trading today? Am I in the healthiest mental space for me to be successful? And when you can get to that maturity in trading, your profits are going to skyrocket. And your account's going to be jumping. And you're going to get to that place where it's like, why did I do this sooner? Like, if I would have known this stuff and actually applied it sooner, I'd have so much more money. I'd be able to have a bigger impact in my community. I'd be able to help more people. But, hey, it is what it is. My story is my story. Your story is your story. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? And so it's probably a waste of time to get to the place where it's like, man, I wish I could have done this, or, you know, so forth and so forth. But the biggest thing is looking forward. As far as my future trades, how can I make sure that I'm the most profitable that I could possibly be? All right, so this last one is you gotta trade Forex and think of it like a business. It's not a hobby. Like, a hobby would be like, yeah, $100 in this joint. If I make money, cool. If I don't, it's cool. Versus in a business, yo, I'm taking $1,000 and you know what? I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna take that chance. I'm gonna take that bet on me. And when you do that, your mindset, it's just different. Like, for instance, a business structure has ceilings and floors, right? And a floor with Forex would be, yo, I'm not gonna allow my trading account, you know, to go lower than that 5K, for example, right? And a ceiling would be, for the month, my goal is to get my account to 20K. So it's just important to have those, like, you know, trading parameters. And that way, you know, you have structure, you have trading rules, you know, you have risk management. It's like you have to put those things in place. In order to put those things in place, you have to have the right mindset. And the right mindset is not that trading is a hobby. If you're really trying to make money with Forex and it's not just like a game to you, you have to think of it with the seriousness of, this is my business. Like, this is what's going to change my financial future and my family's future, right? And so having that mentality and kind of adopting those mindsets and principles of a business is definitely going to help you get to the next level with Forex. I definitely hope this video was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.